music is a big part of the blurred pill, right? Like a lot of these ideas and things that I came up with, a lot of these theories that I came up with weren't a matter of me just having experiences, right? The experiences came later. I'm a type of person where I will theorize things and then I'll seek out and experience a plethora of things, go through a certain gambit of experiences so I can fill in the gaps and things that I already know. But a lot of these things that make up the blurred pill, I've had these ideas for years. I've had some of these ideas even before I became sexually active, just from observing. So one song that really exemplifies what the blurred pill and the biology first approach is all about is "Oh" by Omarion, written by Tank, one of my favorite songwriters. See, in that song, he is really exemplifying what the biology first is all about. You know, it's not about taking advantage of women by trying to manipulate them. It's not about trying to take advantage of women and use them up and spit them out. It's not about that at all. It's about speaking to a woman's sexuality. It's about understanding female sexual nature, understanding that her pussy gets wet like every other woman, and saying, hey, listen, I'm not somebody who's trying to come into your life to disrupt your peace. I'm not somebody who's trying to come into your life to make it worse. I'm not somebody who's coming into your life to offset your life for the next few months to few years. I'm somebody who's coming into your life to bring pleasure, to bring satisfaction, to bring positive energy. See, all that Omarion was talking about in O was, listen, it's like, and I know I told you time and time again, they would rock your world to change your life, but I can't blame them because you make a nigga want to get involved, want to get them draws. See, he's offsetting certain shit tests that women come up with in their minds. Like when a man approaches a woman sexually, oftentimes there's going to be this initial resistance, and this resistance is to the fact that women know that a man's ego is going to be stroked by him having sex with that particular woman, right? She knows that by him having sex with her, it's going to stroke his ego. And by his ego being stroked, that man may take advantage of his penis power. And if he knows what he's doing, he may mess her life up. That's negative toxicity. But what he's coming at her is he's already explaining away different shit tests that she'll come up with. He's already explaining away different things that would be an issue. It's like, listen, I'm not trying to come around and be on any of this extra shit. What I'm on is I know that I'm going to please you physically, right? And this creates a certain level of trust because he's upfront with his intentions, right? Because he said, I can't blame him because you make a nigga want to get involved, want to get them draws. So he's being very upfront and honest about his intentions, right? He's not giving any promise of a relationship. He's not giving any promise of anything outside of that. He's not trying to use money. He's not trying to use his status. He's not trying to use any of these things to manipulate a woman or entice her outside of the fact that he's going to give her sexual pleasure, and he's not going to disrupt her peace, right? Now, when you start things like that, you create a certain chain effect, a certain domino effect of this woman's going to have a natural level of trust for you, right? She's going to have a natural level of trust for you. There's consent involved. There's mutual benefit involved. And when you start something from that place, if after you go through this process and you're adequately and going above and beyond and you're pleasing this woman physically, and this is a shared mutual situation, after that point, then if you see different attributes that make this woman attractive for a relationship, or you see different attributes of her reciprocating and showing respect, and she's naturally going to have more respect for you because you're being upfront about your intentions. Once you see those things, if you want to move forward and progress from there, you can. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Just make sure that you're doing it from a place of intrinsic desire, the same way that you cause the initiation of this situation to be based on intrinsic sexual desire. Now, if after that point you want to move forward, you can do that. But he's not even talking about that in this, because sometimes as men, we're so used to the things that women say and the shit tests they come up with, that when we may approach a woman sexually, we may be trying to give her all kinds of promises, all kinds of, I'm not really looking for a relationship right now, but who knows? No, it's like, don't even talk about that. It's like, no, it's just about, does she want to fuck you and do you want to fuck her? And it's real simple, right? You turn her on. Now, when you don't give any promise about it, it's something that I was having a conversation with K Zaggin, and he said, what did he say? He said, under promise, over deliver. Under promise, over deliver. So if you're in this situation with this woman and then you see those attributes, then you go from there. But don't even start with that mindset that it's about a relationship. You don't want to set up the context of dealing with a woman that if it doesn't turn into a relationship, that situation failed. No, the fact that you're coming into this woman's life and giving her pleasure is already a win for her. It's already a win for you. And anything after that is just a plus. That's what intrinsic desire is all about. That's what the biology first is all about. This is what the blurred pill is all about. If you want to understand the blurred pill, listen to Omarion.